Assalamu alaikum. You're watching yet another episode of Healthwise. I'm Dr. Tahira Shahid. And what are we discussing today? We're discussing what while discussing, I'm feeling very, very hungry again because I'm fasting and all of you are fasting too. And the moment you switch on the channel, there's all food everywhere. And the only discussion at home is what is cooking and what we are going to have for iftar, what we are going to have for suhoor. And the problem is our bellies are, walking ahead of us. So we are what we eat. And today we have with us a fitness expert, Mr. Faisal Khan, who's going to discuss all that we should be eating, what we should not be eating, and all the exercise routine that we need to follow, because people have these queries as well in their mind. Move on to a detailed report on what should you be eating during Ramadan.
During Ramadan, choose what you eat in Sehri very wisely. Since you stay without food and drink all day, make sure you consume water in good quantity. If you are addicted to caffeine, a cup of tea at Sehri shall suffice you. Eat high energy foods at Sehri. These include oats, milk, yogurt, and whole grain varieties such as cereals. Do not consume food that causes bloating and constipation. Avoid foods that make you feel thirsty. Iftar is Arabic word which means to break. As the meaning suggests, it is the time of breaking the fast at the call of Maghrib prayer. At iftar, it is advisable to consume natural sugars in the form of fruits and dates rather than artificial drinks. They cause bloating and you may feel uneasy after iftar. The best way to do iftar is by breaking your fast with a date, drink some water and eat something light, maybe a fruit. However, be careful not to overeat as you may experience digestive problems. Hence, make a very wise choice with regard to what you eat in Sehri and iftar.
Welcome back. So let's start with Mr. Faisal Khan. Welcome to the show. You're a certified fitness expert, and health and fitness is what is in these days. So you're in vogue these days. So first of all, first thing first, what should we be eating in Ramadan and what should we not be eating in Ramadan?
Ma'am, eating during Ramzan is a tricky question nowadays because first of all, people are avoiding doing fasting nowadays because they feel that their muscle will go down.
Really?
They will get sick.
Oh.
In fact, it is the other way around.
True.
Fasting is such a miraculous phenomenon that your insulin levels, they go down.
Okay.
Because when you stop the intake of food during a specific period of time from sunrise to sunset, this period of time you stop taking food and our digestive system takes a break. What it does is the insulin levels, because the insulin levels are directly related to the intake of the food, and when you take some food which are starchy, which are like having artificial sweeteners, and the junk food, which most of the people are taking nowadays. In response to that food, our insulin levels go up.
Well, you're very right about that. Intermittent fasting is actually suggested by health experts around the world that it has more benefits. So, you should be fasting.
Exactly.
It's not only going to actually, enlighten you in the eyes, to set your entire system to a system reset, right? It's like a factory reset
right.
for you. And what he was saying about the insulin levels, you're very, very right, because increasing diabetes and a lot of insulin resistance is out there. And this increased insulin resistance is a result, is what actually causes a lot of inflammation in your body.
Exactly.
So, all these aches and pains that you have in your joints and all these skin conditions you have, where you have all this darkening around your neck, and people are actually rubbing all sorts of whitening creams and scrubbing off to thinking that this will go away. But what they don't know is it's actually the insulin. So you don't have to give yourself a sugar rush at all. You don't have to have these sweet laden things or artificial sugars.
Exactly.
And you have to opt for fasting. So when you are advising fasting, what would you suggest? Like, what kind of foods should they be taking during suhoor? And then what sort of foods would you suggest in iftar?
All
right.
With a small medium chapati made of whole wheat.
Yes.
I mean, we should not go for some synthetic foods, processed foods in the morning especially, and not even in the iftar. Because all these foods will take us away from the real benefit of the fasting.
Yes, you're very right. So it has to be as pure and as natural and as organic as possible.
We should follow the diet of our ancestors.
Exactly. It's going back to your roots. It's and when we say whatever is a hadith or whatever is a sunnah, we are
Exactly.
actually following what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had
Sallallahu alaihi
followed.
wasallam.
And he was very smart, and of course he's the smartest person alive. But what he said was so right, that he said, eat everything natural and then eat
Exactly.
everything and have portion
Exactly.
control. Don't stuff yourself up. So that is so right. And when we talk of Tibbe Nabwi itself, what he suggests, or whole carbs, is very, very important, because it gives you a sustained energy throughout the day. So
Exactly.
it takes a longer time to break down.
Exactly.
You feel more full, and you don't
Exactly.
stuff yourself with just sugars or refined carbs. So you need to really substitute all those naans and kulchas with something that is made out of whole wheat, which is again
The normal
oatmeal and
chapati
everything.
we eat at
The normal
homes,
chapati
the
as
whole
well.
grain chapati,
And
that's it.
proteins, how your plate should look balanced. Could you explain to us how that plate should look? The portion with protein and this much of fat and this much of carbs. So how is that? How do you go
Specifically
about it?
talking about the Sahri menu, we should go for if 2 whole eggs, desi eggs,
Okay.
organic eggs.
And with the yolk or
And-
without the yolk?
With yolk.
With yolk,
The
so
whole-
the myth about it raising cholesterol and all that.
If we are taking the organic eggs, the whole egg will not do any harm to you.
Okay.
Or
Yogurt?
you can take a
Yes.
little bit of a medium glass of milk as well.
Yes, this yogurt is very good because it's probiotic, and the importance
Exactly.
of probiotics for good gut health is extremely important. Also, this yogurt is going to stop you from bloating and all the gas and all this indigestion, as well as it
Exactly.
keeps you very rehydrated. You don't feel as thirsty. So you have to avoid all the spicy foods in sahur. You don't, load up on all the spicy and oily stuff, because that's only going to make you more heavier and not even give you the kind of energy that you're looking for.
Exactly.
And also you have to, I think, cut down a lot on your colas and your coffee and tea beverages, because they're very dehydrating as well.
We'll discuss the iftar menu will come to this point as well, because this type of menu in Sahri will not only keep you filled, but it will serve the right purpose of the fasting as well. We need to keep our body in calorie deficit.
Right.
It's not that you are
The number of
hours you are fasting and you are trying to eat too much in the morning.
Right.
This will basically kill the real purpose of fasting, because fasting will not only help you in weight loss, it will reverse your diabetes type 2.
Right.
Because with constant lower levels of insulin in the blood, the people who are diabetic or who are pre-diabetic, they will reverse their condition as well.
This is so important. In the times of COVID, everybody is catching COVID. You really can't, fight, or you can fight it, but you can't actually take flight from it. Till when will we be running away from COVID? And it was seen that people who had underlying conditions like diabetes, or who were
Diabetes.
obese, or who had some kind of heart problems, or had a fatty
Blood
liver,
pressure.
or had blood pressure, were the ones it proved fatal in. So, when we talk about saving ourselves from COVID, it's not always just mask and washing hands and immunity boosting vitamins. It's also that your diet, and that is what is actual health is all about,
Yes, and
right?
the benefits goes on. I mean, improved immunity system, longevity of life. I mean, your decrease in the risk factors of cancer,
Right.
decrease in the risk factor of old age diseases like Alzheimer and Parkinson.
Right. All of this is
these-
related to weight gain,
all
right?
these
And
are-
even these aching joints, we see all our women, they come with these
Exactly.
aching joints because of weight gain, protruding bellies, and they don't have any idea, and they're popping pills one after the other, taking painkillers. So instead, start exercising. So let's come to the importance of exercising. But before that, we'll discuss the Sahri menu first. We finished the Sahri menu, the iftar menu.
The iftar menu, I mean, as you have said that the fizzy drink should be avoided.
Okay.
Totally avoided. We should, the best drink I feel is the lemonade.
Okay, yes,
The
it
one
is.
we-
You can actually in your garden have
Exactly.
them, and you take that lemonade. And nowadays, even this, the chia seeds or the tukh malanga that we used to call, we can
Chia
use it
seed
in.
is good.
Yeah. And what
Tukh
else?
malanga is good. This lemonade water is good.
Lemon and mint is a very good option, I feel.
Yes,
So it's very
yes,
refreshing,
lemon
gives you
and
all the
mint.
vitamin C
All
as well,
these herbs-
detoxifies you.
All these herbs, chia seed, all these are good options.
So you can make all sorts of salads, whether it's your fresh fruit salad or it's your fresh vegetable salad or even a chana chaat. Chana chaat is a very healthy option as well. It has yogurt, it has the gram you need, the chana, it has all the veggies you need, and you can sprinkle all the seeds you need on top
You
of it.
described it very well. I mean, a big bowl of juicy vegetables and fruits.
Right.
A
Do you
mix
have
of
any good,
fruits and
interesting
vegetables.
recipe in mind that you could, suggest that
It could be
gives in
ma-
all the vegetables
it
as well?
could be melon, watermelon, a mix of this. It is a
Right.
very good nutrition. It is because it has very low calories in it. Mostly the vegetable fruits, they have got like 90% water in it. Water has 0 calories.
Exactly.
It's all the game of calorie deficit.
What about soups? How good are soups and broths for our diet? Like, for example, if we take stock or soup.
Actually, soups are good, very good. The bone broth is really very good. But during iftar, it is like people don't like to.
Maybe they
people
can
like
take it in Sehri then?
In
Maybe a
Sehri,
little
you
warm
can,
to, you know,
in
to suit
Sehri you
them.
can take it.
Okay.
A big bowl of fruits, vegetables, and a medium bowl of any chaat made of legumes, chana,
that is really important.
kidney beans. A medium bowl of, we summarize it, a medium bowl of red beans.
Yeah, so we can have a bean salad. A triple bean salad is really good
Exactly.
and healthy. Or you can have a coleslaw wherein you can put up some cabbage, some carrots, some pie, and salad as well. You can have cutlets. You can make them of fish or chicken or lean meat. They'll give you your protein content.
A little bit of
and-
protein
Yeah, they'll
as
give you
well.
a protein.
Bilkul.
But what you have to really avoid is these sweetened beverages that we use, you know, and all these
Yes.
heavy laden sweets that we think are so healthy for us, and they're actually, you know, all oily and sweets, and they give you a sugar rush, and after a while you don't have energy, plus you have all these other issues as
This
well.
is so important. I wish that the people who are watching us on the TV, they learn this advice. They should avoid fizzy drinks during iftar time. It is
And
very
make it a habit.
dangerous.
So if you leave a fizzy drink today, you're not going to take it later as well.
Exactly.
And you can always opt for a, you know, lemon mint. And lemon mint is not the lemon mint we get in the restaurants. Lemon mint is the actual lemonade that you make with the, you squeeze
Exactly.
out the lemon, you put some mint in it. And if you really want to sweeten it, you can sweeten it probably with a little bit of honey. That would make it.
Good. During fasting, we try to take it in less quantities because green tea is diuretic as well. You need to go
Okay.
to washroom again and again.
So you
and
don't want
gonna-
anything that's making
Exactly.
you go to
During
the washroom
Ramzan,
again and again.
during
Yeah.
Ramzan fasting, it is not a very good idea. But when we keep our body in a calorie deficit and follow this type of diet plan, the other benefit we get is the body gets into a phenomena which is basically in the absence of sufficient diet, body will start looking for some nutrients within the body
Right.
to consume, and it will start eating the junk cells in the body, which will
Okay.
eliminate the disease from the body.
So that's
a
so
more
important.
part.
See, so it's so amazing. That is why Allah Ta'ala has actually given us fasting.
Exactly.
So the whole year goes by, and then this 1 month where we are supposed to cleanse our body, give it a break, and it also gives our mind a break, right? Because we're not
Exactly.
busy, you know, in eating, and we're not being the glut of it as well as
Physically,
physically.
mentally.
So how important is exercise, and what are the kind of exercises that you would suggest to our people to our viewers who are fasting? And should they be working out before iftar, or should it be after iftar? And should they be walking, or should it be heavy cardio or stretching? What are those?
The best time I feel is between Asr to Maghrib.
Asr to Maghrib, the really
And,
difficult time.
Asr to Maghrib, it's all how you train yourself, you train your mind.
It
If you
actually
start
kills
doing
that
it-
time as well, right?
Actually, you start doing some workout in terms of you lift a bit of moderate weights, light weights.
Right.
To do some strength training and then do some stretching and a little bit of low impact cardio, which
Okay.
does not give you much perspiration.
Okay.
We don't want to.
You don't want to dehydrate yourself.
Dehydrate yourself. And a little bit of strength training, stretching, a little bit of low impact workout. I mean,
And people feel necessary to go to the gym to work out. Could you explain to them that it's equally possible to work out at home? Simple stretching, simple cardio is very much possible at home without any great machinery
rather
and
I
without
feel-
going to the
rather
gym.
I feel it is a better idea.
It is
because
far better.
Technically, your body is your gym. If
Yeah.
you see the athletes who train themselves on body weight, they have more longevity and quality of life. They have less arthritis issues. Because if you go for too much of lifts and too much of heavy lifts, I mean, it will gonna hammer on your
Yeah, on your joints and on your
it
tendons and all of that.
You'll end up with some pains and arthritis and
This
different problems.
is very important because a lot of people tend to abuse their body with bodybuilding, right? They want to just,
Yes.
and they start taking all these supplements.
Anabolics and steroids and supplements.
Steroids. Could you speak a little bit about the harmful effect of these steroids? Because every day in my practice, I see so many young men, unfortunately, suffering due.
In every working on
Right.
to make money out of it. The mafia in fitness industry is unfortunately those who are promoting the steroid, the
Steroid.
anabolics, because it has got really dangerous side
Immediate,
effects.
yeah, it has immediate effects that they're looking for because they want to look like their Snapchat filters. But what they don't realize is the real harm in it.
The visual effects, the positive effects you see in your body are temporary, but the destructive points are permanent. I mean, these are basically the synthetic derivatives of male hormones.
Yes.
When you start taking steroids, your body's competency to make its own enzymes and hormones, male hormones, your body, it will suppress.
Yes, you have
And
no idea how many
exactly.
couples come to me with infertility because they're not having a child, they're not able to have a child. And
Exactly.
the reason is the man had these kind of steroids at
In
some
the
point
past.
in life
And-
and all sorts of testosterone supplements and pick up where anybody suggests and start having it because whatever you're going to put inside your body is ultimately going to take a toll on it. So you better put in all the organic and healthy stuff in.
And through this program, I want to advise the parents as well. If they see a drastic change in the physique of their kids,
Child,
the
yeah.
child, they're going to gym and they see a drastic change in their bodies, they are expanding like a balloon and they are making muscles like
Right.
in a very short period of time, then you need to ask them that what else you are taking other than the diet.
Yes, so if your
The
son
best thing
comes in
is-
looking like Hulk, you better be careful.
Exactly.
You need to start talking to him and tell him that no, it's not important to look like Hulk. It's more important to feel,
to feel
like
healthy
one.
and to
Yes,
look healthy.
Yes.
And the feeling healthy is the best thing. And you can do it by natural diet. The natural diet is the only answer.
In this, let us discuss a bit about these recent diets, like a lot of people following the keto, other kind, immediate fat loss and all of this. I would like to bring to everybody's notice that keto diet, for instance, is not for everybody. For example,
Not
if you
for
have a liver
everybody,
problem,
yep.
you have a
It's a
fatty
kidney
liver,
problem.
you have a kidney problem, you can't just be on a keto diet because somebody else lost weight
These
because
diets
of
are
a keto diet.
basically designed to follow for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And depends on person to person. And the trainer should be smart enough to understand that which diet should be recommended to which person. If you are recommended it to everybody and for a longer period of time, it has got some side effects as well.
Yes, definitely.
Keto-
It should be because, you know, I think actually a trainer should actually advise the patient to go to a
Exactly.
physician and run all the tests to see how healthy is your liver, how healthy is your kidney, how healthy is your heart. Because you're taking all that fat in, so is it going to really, you know, benefit you or harm you in the long run?
And if you follow a sensible diet
Diet, yeah.
from whole wheat, from whole grains,
Yes.
and a little bit of fat, natural fat, olive oil,
Right.
I mean the organic ghee, desi ghee, it is the best diet.
Exactly. It's more sustaining, it's
More
more
sustaining,
long.
it gives you
stays-
health rather
right.
than giving you different type of diseases. People are, I've seen the boys, they go to gym for 2-3 months and they start asking their parents that I need this type of supplement, creatine, protein, and they don't know that this is all just marketing gimmicks.
In fact, you know, if you take a smoothie and a smoothie is your seasonal fruit or your seasonal vegetable and you know, combine it with some kind of yogurt or with milk and you put in all sorts of nuts and seeds in there, I think there's nothing more healthier than that, right?
This is the best thing. I've spent lots of years in this thing.
Right.
Strength training, cardiovascular. Then I never go for some steroids, anabolics.
That's very
nothing.
nice. What would you suggest to all these viewers out there for their core, for strengthening their core? Because people tend to have a very protruding belly these days, right? They're sitting all the time. It's, you know, online. They're watching the screen. It's online studies. It's on the computer, desk jobs. So they start having this, and as a result of that protruding protruding belly, they start having aching knees as well.
The thing is that we need to understand that human body is not designed for sitting all the time. The most important thing is that we need to move. The body is designed for moving, for
Right.
mobility, and for doing something strenuous. That's why we can run, we can swim, we can climb on mountains, because human body's basic design is for mobility. So if you talk about belly, it's not just we are nowadays, why we get heavy
Because we
bellies,
take in more
we are
calories
taking in
than-
more
than
calories
what
and
we
we
are
are burning
spending.
less calories.
Right.
We don't have a lifestyle which we don't go to gym, we don't go to some place, we don't
You're
like
right.
to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Faisal, for joining us today. And thank you so much for watching. So now you know what is it that you need to eat and what is it that you don't need to eat. And the key point here is please start moving, because the more you're moving, your body actually recognizes that you're all alive and kicking, and it knows that the circulation has to be proper, your weight has to be maintained, and that's when your immunity gets a real boost as well. Thank you so much for watching.